What actually makes someone who they are? If something has the same face, the same memories, and acts the same way as someone you knew, at what point do you say that this isn't them anymore? Because from the outside, nothing really changes. But at the same time, something clearly has. That's basically what made me check out the summer HIkaru died. I saw it on the nominees list, and at first, I was like, it might be something simple. Just a story about two friends, but it doesn't stay like that for long. Pretty early on, we realized that HIkaru isn't actually HIkaru anymore. Something else has taken his place. And what makes it more unsettling is that Yoshiki knows that. He's fully aware that the person he's talking to isn't really his friend. But instead of rejecting it, he just accepts it. And that's where the question really starts to matter. Because instead of focusing on whether it's truly his friend or not, Yoshiki seems more focused on the fact that it still feels like him. Like as long as he looks the same, acts the same, that's enough. And because of that, the entire show has this quiet but eerie feeling to it. Nothing is consistently jumping out at you, but there's always a sense something isn't right. Even in the normal conversations, it feels tense, like both characters and the people around them are ignoring something that they should probably be addressing. As I kept watching, it started to feel less like a horror story and more like something about loneliness and identity. Yoshiki doesn't really come off as someone who can be himself, or by himself, and that makes his decision a little easier to understand, even if it doesn't feel right. And what I really found interesting is how both Yoshiki and the version of Karu start to change over time. Yoshiki feels like he's slowly losing parts of himself, like he's giving up pieces of his humanity just to hold on of this version of their friendship. Meanwhile, that thing that replaced HIkaru almost feels like it's gaining humanity just by observing Yoshiki and those around him. So they're both moving in opposite directions, but they're still connected in the same way. And that dynamic is probably the most interesting part of the story to me. There are definitely moments where Yoshiki's decisions can be frustrating, but at the same time, it's not hard to understand him. If you know someone your whole life and losing them like that isn't something you just accept overnight. It kind of reminds me a little of Shiki, not in the exact story, but just in the way it builds that constant sense of discomfort without needing a lot of action. And by the end of it, it doesn't really feel like it's about something supernatural. It just feels like a story about people who are willing to accept just to avoid being alone, and how far that you can go if you don't let go of what's already gone. And that question from the beginning just kind of stays there. If something looks the same, acts the same, and remembers everything, does it really matter if it isn't the same person? Or does it only matter once you're finally ready to let go? But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely recommend The Summer HIkaru Died if you need something to watch. I see why it's Anime of the Year nominee. Do I think it's going to win though? Not really compared to some of the others. But I do feel like in terms of story and world building and characters, I might have it above Dandadan. Gachi Kuda, I do love Gachi Kuda. But I don't know. Maybe HIkaru is something like that. It's just one that fits me personally. But I do feel like it's kind of like one could say better in a way. I'm not like, yeah, I'll just say it's better. To me, I feel like if it did win, I wouldn't be mad at it. But compared to, I haven't seen the final season of My Hero Academia, so I know that could win. I feel like that's definitely a possibility overall, but I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. It's kind of different, kind of more, mellow, kind of just, chill vibes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.